Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another AB Daily News with the hockey coach guru, Coach FRENCHY. Today, episode number 3, 2, 1. What do you mean, coach? We have a deal between Cole CAUFIELD and the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens rumor. One more trade I have for you today. Finally, we're going to complete this episode with the Montreal Canadiens news. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, we have a deal between the Montreal Canadiens and the number 22, Cole CAUFIELD, contract extension of 8 years. Happening yesterday, guys. Unbelievable, great news. Cole CAUFIELD is going to get an 8 years contract at $7.85 million for a total of $62.8 million for the package deal. He's going to be with the Montreal Canadiens from 22 years old until he turned 30 years old. Now, what is very interesting, Cole CAUFIELD, last year, he has 46 game played with the Montreal Canadiens with 26 goals, 10 assists for a total of 36 points. During his career with the Montreal Canadiens, 123 game, 53 goals, 31 assists for a total of 84 points. This is a great deal, guys, for the benefit of both sides. What are you talking about? First of all, CAUFIELD, guarantee of $62.8 million for the next 8 years. That's pretty good for him. Montreal Canadiens with the contract AAV at $7.78 million. That gave flexibility for the Montreal Canadiens. Their best two duo players, Suzuki and CAUFIELD, are under $8 million. As a hockey operation NHL team, this is what you're looking for. To be sure your best player are at some point under $8 million. This is a great news for the future for the Montreal Canadiens. Like I said, this benefit, guys, both parties. And we can go a little bit more deeper about the salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens and the future. But at this moment, I think if Cole CAUFIELD continues to performing the way he did the last 2 seasons with Montreal Canadiens, he and pays at minimum at 35 goals per year, every year with the Montreal Canadiens, this is a great deal for the Montreal Canadiens at long term. Now, I want to give you a little bit more information, guys, about Cole CAUFIELD, but what it looked like from cap friendly. You can see his deal, and his AAV is going to be $7.85 million per year. Signed a contract June 5th, 2023. He was born January 2nd, 2001. He is 5'7", 174 pounds. He was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, guys, 15 overall pick in 2019. Now, I would like to go a little bit more deeper about the underlying number stat card. This is coming from JFresh website. You can see all those numbers, what is so good on the offensive side. Talk about 99, 96, 99, 100, 99, and 95%. That's what he creates. Obviously, on the primary assist pass, that's why you need to improve his chance assist, his primary shot assist, and high danger pass. This is the one area he needs to get a little bit more better. And obviously for him, of course, his defensive zone coverage will be something he needs to learn a long term with the Montreal Canadiens. Again, if you want to go a little bit more deeper about his zone entry, 65% pretty good. Chance contribution 87. Shot contribution 93. Zone exit, this is something is not really good. Not carrying the puck a lot. End zone offense 86 and a rush offense 93. This is the number underlying, guys, for Cole CAUFIELD. And again, as an ad fans like I am and like you are, you're smiling. You're excited about this contract at Cole CAUFIELD. He wants to stay in Montreal. He wants to play with Nick Suzuki. He loves the city of Montreal, and he stay in Montreal during the summer. This is the kind of player we want in Montreal Canadiens to enjoy to play with the logo of the Montreal Canadiens in front of their chest. This is what Cole CAUFIELD brings. Hopefully, he's going to continue to performing the way he did with the Montreal Canadiens for the next 8 years. Now, for the Montreal Canadiens, guys, is salary cap with the contract Cole CAUFIELD. They are under $750,000, and they have to sign RHP and Island in the next couple of weeks with the contract of Carey Price at $10.5 million. That open up more money for the Montreal Canadiens. I believe, and I think he's going to have a trade at some point, remove Mike Hoffman and Joel Edmondson to give a free space of about $7.5 to $8 million on the salary cap, more for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. There's something going to follow up, a lot of homework to do from Ken Hughes, but again, this is a great news to hear today, the signature of Cole CAUFIELD. Yes, now it's time to let you know, and I want to hear from you. Leave me a comments. What do you think about this deal between Cole CAUFIELD and the Montreal Canadiens? That's conclude, guys, my first subject. Let's move on for my second subject of the day. My second subject of the day, guys, yes, I consider this with the HABS rumor. Have a specific one today. Not sure you're going to tell me you agree or not with me. Last night, we saw the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Florida Panthers by the score 7-2. Game number 2, 2-0 lead by the Vegas Golden Knights. They are on the direction possible to win the Stanley Cup. Here's the deal with them. They are over the salary cap for the upcoming season. So they have to make some move. I looked their lineup. Yes, many players they cannot move because their contract are long term. But I figure out possible Montreal Canadiens could knock the door and ask for Sean Theodore. Yeah, but coach, he played left defenseman. Yes, he showed on the left defenseman, but he played on the right defenseman with the Vegas Golden Knights. Play on unit number 1 on the power play with the Vegas Golden Knights. And he contributed a lot on the defensive zone coverage. On return, the Montreal Canadiens are offering only the second round pick 2023, the 37 overall pick. This is the deal I have for you today, guys. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think Montreal should or should not make that trade? Or do you think Vegas should refuse to make that trade? But you have to figure out other options to make some space on the salary cap. Not looking good. If you look at their roster for upcoming season, they have many UFA to sign. So this possible another move for Vegas Golden Knights could do exactly what they did last year with Pacioretty to the Carolina Hurricanes for nothing. But because Theodore is only 27 years old, I think that Vegas not going to do the same way. 2 more years for Theodore, by the way, $5 million for his contract with the Vegas Golden Knights for this upcoming season and following year with the Vegas Golden Knights. So I would like to hear from you guys. Leave me comments. Are you agree or not with my proposal trade for today for the Montreal Canadiens with the Vegas Golden Knights? Let's move on now, guys, for my last subject of the day. My last subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens. HABS news. My first one is talk about the HABS prospect Vincent Rover, drafted by the Montreal Canadiens last year, 2022, 75 overall pick. Now we have a rumor, and he's right now at the camp at the Lyon, Zurich, and Switzerland for participate at this camp. Look like it's possible he played for the season 2023-2024 in that league. Many ex-NHL players play that league. It's really high-level hockey, by the way. Or he could return for the third season with the Ottawa 67. With something we have to follow up, but we know Rover is an excellent player. For me, if you had the possibility to play at that level and get developed properly, I think this is a great move for himself, Vincent Rover, and for the Montreal Canadiens. He's only 19 years old, going to turn 20 years old. He still have 1 more year to play in the OHL. My second news of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens HABS prospect Gerard Davidson. We talked about him a little bit a couple of days ago. He have an amazing, great Memorial Cup with the Seattle Thunderbird. He have an amazing, great 2 seasons with the Thunderbird. And now he face now age out of the junior. He have to go on the professional hockey players. At that moment, Montreal Canadiens could wait until June 1st, 2024 to offer him a contract. They could wait and do exactly what they did with Xavier Simoneau last year. Simoneau got an offer contract for and only for American Hockey League. It could do the same process and to keep Davidson with the Laval Rocket for upcoming season. But why not to give him an ELC? Because Montreal Canadiens are a little bit limited about the ELC, that would prefer to keep an extra contract for maybe a trade at some point during the off season. And that's the reason I believe possible Davidson don't get a ELC, but he get more a contract American Hockey League from the Laval Rocket. I did not get anything from the NHL Combine directly from the Montreal Canadiens, but definitely, guys, for the next couple of days, we're going to give you news about what's going on for the Montreal Canadiens during that week in Buffalo for the NHL Combine. This concludes, guys, all the subject we have for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys, episode 3, 2, 1. But before we leave, guys, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show, and leave us a comments about this episode. And of course, we want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.